Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Jasmine.
And welcome to Hidden Acres Homestead. Today we are going to try and grow a tree from the humble avocado. It's a little project we've been doing for a while now. We've had a bit of fun with it. So we thought, well, we've got a few rainy days, why not share what we're up to?
If you like these sorts of videos, make sure you subscribe.
Help us grow.
Help us get to 100 subscribers.
For this, we're going to need an avocado, a knife, a jar or some sort of cup without a lid, and some toothpicks. There's a lot of ways that you can do it, but this is just the way we've always done it. So we're going to, so what I like to do, okay, just cut the avocado. This one's a bit yuck inside, it's a bit overripe, but for the purpose of this, we'll be able to use the seed. So you'll see when you get your seed out, it'll still have the flesh of the avocado on it. All right, normally I would take it over to the sink and just give it a rinse and get rid of any leftover bits of flesh. But for the purpose of today, I'm just going to wipe it with a bit of paper towel. It'll do the same job. So you'll see that the seed has a protective layer. It's like a papery skin. You can opt to take that off. I do it both ways. Sometimes I just put it in and leave it. But you can, it'll just scratch off and you'll see the seed underneath. And the main part that I like to expose is this part down the bottom that goes in the water. So you want to orientate your seed with the point to the top and the flat part to the bottom. What we do is we get our jar, and what you're aiming for is about halfway up on the seed. We're going to, don't have to go in a long way, there's not a lot of weight in the seed. We're going to poke the toothpicks in. And what we're looking for is for the toothpicks just to suspend the seed so it just sits in the water, just like that.
So next we get the jar, we fill it up with water, and then we sit the avocado in it. If you can see here, the water is touching the base of the avocado seed and going up maybe a centimetre or so over the seed, and we sit it like that. Kevin's favourite place to place them would be on our kitchen windowsill or on the kitchen sink. That way it's getting a gentle sunlight on it, and it helps the seed grow into a plant.
So you can see this one here, I've just scratched a bit off the bottom. You can take the whole covering off if you like, but we've got two here that we've had going for a while. This one here hasn't started to shoot yet. So you can see there that we've got the paper starting, the protective cover starting to crack and dry out. So there's really no need to take it all the way off if you don't want to. It'll come off itself. So there's another one here that we've had, the paper started cracking off it, so I just took the rest of the paper off. But you can actually see on this one, we have a little taproot starting to come out. Okay, so the next stage from this taproot, we do nothing really different. We just clean the jars out, top them up with fresh water, and let them do their thing. So the next stage from getting that taproot is you'll see a sprout coming out the top. So we have one here, and you can see on this one, I haven't removed the paper, you don't need to. And this one's quite advanced, it's got a fairly long sprout. So you can see that it's got quite a developed root system. So this one's now at a stage where we can pot it out. And it's the same thing, just where the toothpicks go through is about where your soil level wants to be. So then you just look after it like any other tree. And then what you're after is, once you look after it and you pot it like this one has been, you'll see it's grown into a nice big tree. Jasmine's just going to zoom out so we can fit it in. All right, so this is the sort of thing that you're looking for when you're wanting to graft, and you know you're after about the size of a pencil, which we're looking at about here somewhere. So when we do another video on grafting, we're going to actually chop this top off and replace it with one from a known variety, because the problem with growing an avocado from seed is that you don't know what you're going to get. They won't be true to type, so you can't plant a Hass seed and expect to get a Hass tree. You may get something that the fruit is absolutely horrible, and the investment of your time to go right through to fruiting, you know, it could be upwards of 7 years, and to have something at the end that you can't eat would be not very nice. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but that's, you know, all part of the game. So we've got 3 trees that we can choose from for our graft wood. We've got 2 that we don't actually know what variety they are, but the one we have here is a Hass, and it's one of the more common varieties. Now avocados, there's an A and a B variety in the avocados. You need one of each to get good pollination, and in those there's a multitude of varieties. If you've got an avocado tree, send us a list of what you've got.
Yep, put it in the comments below.
Thanks for joining us, and why don't you have a go at growing an avocado seed and let us know your results.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.